Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Scouting. In today's video, and indeed tomorrow's video, I am talking about one of my favorite little spots on this map. There's a little bit of backstory to this particular video. The first time I tried to record it, the file size was so big it got corrupted. The second time I tried to record it, yeah, there were sound problems. This is the third time I'm trying to record it, so fingers crossed it's going to work. To keep the file size down, I am going to split this video in two. It's not all going to be one ginormous video. But essentially the reason the video is so big and the reason I'm going to have to split it into two parts is because it features 3 games. All 3 games are on Hallouf, all 3 games are on ELCs, all 3 games are master tankers. And I talked about this on stream, and I'm happy to finally bring you these games. Basically, what happened was I decided to play a game on stream, and I was platooned with Satanic Nerd. And this is the game you're going to be seeing today. 2 days later, I was streaming again. I decided to play the ELC again. I was platooned with Lyhush and Jack Edwards. Ended up on El Hallouf, and it was another ace tanker. And then 2 days later, I decided to log into World of Tanks again. Decided to play the ELC, ended up on El Hallouf yet again. This was a game played off stream, and picked up yet another ace tanker, all from using roughly the same position. So 3 games in a row in the ELC, played on 3 successive days. All were master tankers, so I was planning to bring them all to you in one particular game and talk about how strong this spot was, but yeah, just file size, video was too long, so you're gonna have to make do with the video split in 2, and part 1 today, part 2 tomorrow. So let's get going. The spot I'm talking about is very, very simple. It is the Mound down at D4. This one here. You can head straight down to this spot. You can use it from either side of the map, a bit like the bush at E1 on Prokhorovka. This spot is viable from both sides, from both spawns, and it's using this mound here. So what this mound will allow you to do is it will allow you to advance, get spots up at tanks on the enemy ridge. It will also allow you to spot tanks moving across up into A1, A2, and it can be used, as I say, from both sides. But there's a problem. From this side of the map, it's a little bit more dangerous, because enemy tanks advancing up to A1, A2 can also get shots down at you if you're spotted. So it's a little bit more dangerous to use it when you spawn from the north, but it's still very, very good. The problem is enemy tanks can advance to here, can get shots through these bushes down onto your side of the mound, and it can be a little bit dangerous. So while you're very, very arty safe when you're here, if enemy tanks do advance up here, they can get shots down at you. You do have to retreat into the dip. You can get cover here, but if you do retreat down into the dip, then you're no longer arty safe, and arty can get shots at you. So you need to stay moving, you need to try and stay safe, and you need to be constantly aware that enemy tanks can take shots at you from up here. If you spawn in the south of the map, you can also, I'm not going to go all the way up there, but if you spawn in the south, you can also head down, and it's a lot safer to use from the south. In fact, I prefer spawning and getting a spawn in the south, simply because the position is a heck of a lot stronger when you do. So when you spawn from the south, you can again move into this position, you can move up here, and you can actually, as long as you don't fire your gun, passive spot enemy tanks sitting up here on the ridge. You can spot them all, or spot all the enemy tanks moving up here into the A1, A2 area. You can also push up here and use these bushes for passive scouting. Get spots again up on the ridge at tanks moving up to A1, A2. But you can also get spots across to where the other scouts and mediums like to go, down around F6 and G7. So the beauty of the spot is it can be used from either side, and you're going to be seeing that over the next couple of videos. So we're just going to be showing you the one replay today. This is the game where I played with Satanic. I spawned in the south, and here we go. Now, Satanic had a really good game in his IS-2 in this particular game. I didn't feel it was a great game on my part, but again, it's not to show you how good the game is from my opinion, or how good a game I could play. It's basically to show you the strength of this particular spot. The other important reason for heading down here is because if the enemy tanks know how strong this spot is, you're going to be counter-scouting them. So I head across and I get spotted. That T-71 moving across spotted me. So he's in a really strong position. I really want to get rid of this T-71. I cannot use this spot very well as long as he's there and spotting me when I move up. So because of the poor gun depression, I'm trying to adjust, moving backward up the slope. I did have a hint of a shot, but I decided not to take it. I want to spot this T-71. I want to start putting shots into him. Now, I do have a VK3002M down here with me. The spot is very good, even for medium tanks. So Tiger 1 is spotted climbing the hill. Not sure whether I got that spot. It's possible I did. But an AMX has now been spotted on the hill above me, and a Panther, and they've spotted me. But I'm not focused on them. I'm not interested in them. I'm interested in that T-71 who's still down there. So there's a T-34 moving across. I'm trying to get into a position where I can get my gun on target. So finally manage it. Get a shot into the T-34 and track him. That does get me spotted, so as much as I'd love to hang around and take another shot, I've got to adjust. And I have no idea what that shot hit, but it doesn't go in. So I'm shooting through these bushes. There's a KV-1S up here now. Adjusting to try and get my gun down. Aim. And he dies just before I can get my killing shot in. So again, you need to be aware of those tanks in the bottom of A2 that can get shots at you, but there's a Löwe moving down. And this T-71 is still sitting there. So I'm hoping the Löwe is going to get a spot on him. And again, I'm ignoring the tanks above me. I'm spotting them, but I'm ignoring them. And finally, the T-71 is spotted. So, where the heck did that shot go? Easy shot on the rear of the T-71, and the shot goes down to the left and does some track damage. Doesn't even track him, just does track damage. So Satanic gets a very nice shot into the T-71, sets him on fire. I'm aiming. Don't fully aim, take another shot, and unfortunately I keep on getting spotted. As I say, the danger from that T-71, he just keeps spotting me. He needs to die, and finally someone takes him out. But I take a shot from an enemy Panther simply because that T-71 was spotting me. Panther's there. Take a blind shot, no idea whether or not that shot went in. But I'm shooting through trees, so it's relatively safe to fire. ISU has been spotted by someone else on the ridge. So again, I'm moving up to try and get spots. Don't spot anything. Forgot to mention it's a tier 8 game. So Panther, don't know if I hit him. He looks as if he's still on the same amount of health as I previously shot at him on. So get a nice shot into the side of the Panther, and it gets me spotted. Even though I was shooting through trees, something spotted me. There's something still up there, and it must have been the Hellcat. Possibly the FCM 50T. But yeah, as soon as you shoot, as soon as you're spotted, you absolutely have to move. You will get shot by the tanks in B2. So again, I'm using these trees, fire before being fully aimed, and the shot goes low, and again something has spotted me. Something is annoying me. Something is up on the ridge. So whatever keeps spotting me has not been spotted, or is not getting spotted. It could be the FCM-50T, it could be the Indian Panzer, I'm not sure what, but again, I've got to be careful. FCM is advanced. We did manage to spot him. And again, I'm looking perhaps for a shot, but no joy. So I advance, I'm waiting for 6 cents to go off. And it's still a 50-50 game. We're winning 6-5, and I see the FCM-50T is advancing. So there's the Indian Panzer. Just spotted the Indian Panzer on the hill, so I'm double bushing this FCM-50T. And I haven't been spotted, so I was waiting for 6 cents to go off. So I know that the FCM-50T was tracked. I get another shot into where he was last spotted. That second shot does get me spotted, but I do kill the FCM-50T. IS-3 is to my left, but he's not looking at me. And I get spotted again. Yes, lots of tanks shooting at me now. So IS-3 gets taken out, and I'm just staying on the move. I know that there's an Indian Panzer up here. He doesn't have shots, he's not looking at me. But all these tanks over here were taking shots at me. I should have gone stealth, and none of them are looking. In fact, they're all looking away now. They're not interested in me. Get a side shot on the AMX M4 and somehow manage to bounce. So I've used the speed and mobility of the ELC to get into a really, really strong position. I'm keeping an eye on that mini-map to make sure that the Indian Panzer doesn't poke. As soon as that Indian Panzer appears behind me, I'm going to have to move. We take out the AMX. I know there were more tanks here. They finally get spotted. And old man reaction shot. Even though I was aimed perfectly at the back of the Tiger, I twitched just as I fired and missed it, unfortunately. But the Tiger's reversing. He's not reversing far enough. Panther's dead. Satanic with a good kill. Get another shot into the Tiger. I'm debating whether or not to take on the T-34, but Satanic takes out the Tiger, so I've got no choice. Side of the turret, back of the turret, I'm getting an orange reticule. I decide to go for a shot on his engine deck, but unfortunately it hits at a bad angle. So I'm going for the... playing around with shooting his engine deck again, and then decide to go for the side of the turret. And the shot goes high. So, not the most accurate of guns with a really, really long aim time, but you can still use it as a TD. It works. So, somehow our friendly IS-3 crashes. I take out the T-34, and Satanic calls me a kill-stealing beast. It's not kill-stealing, it's kill-securing. So I'm up to 1870 damage in XVM. 3 kills, 2 enemy tanks remaining, or 3 enemy tanks remaining, ISU-152, so I move up to proxy spot him, and our T-34 takes him out. So, haven't spotted the AMX-12T, he has not been spotted for the entire game, and unfortunately he's sitting right there. AMX-12T, AFK, well not AFK, but unspotted for the entire game, and I don't know what the heck he's doing. He's not moving. So I'm moving forward to try and proxy spot him. And unfortunately, he's able to spot me. I'm not able to spot him. Satanic asks me where the Indian Panzer is, so rather than charging up around the corner at the AMX-12T, I decide to flank the Indian Panzer. And get ready for some really, really crappy RNG here. Indian Panzer, he's on fairly low health. Someone's put a big shot into him. He's a one-hit kill. Side of the Indian Panzer. I track him for no damage. Kill shot in the Indian Panzer. Track with no damage. Indian Panzer manages to kill me. Gotta love this game sometimes. So, thankfully, Satanic and the other tanks move up. Take out the Indian Panzer, that's Satanic's third kill. And as much as you hate the IS-2, the IS-2 never... The gun on the IS-2 is just so inaccurate for me. Satanic shows me that the gun on the IS-2 is not inaccurate. In fact, it's the best sniper in the game. AMX-12T in the distance, on the move, and Satanic snipes him. Yeah, RNG. So that was the first of 3 successive games in the ELC, all on El Hallouf, all using that particular spot. Picked up Ace Tanker and Orlik's Medal. I didn't come top on XP. Unfortunately, Satanic got that particular accolade, but I finished fairly close. Satanic had a fantastic game in the IS-2. I ended up doing 2008 damage with 3 kills. But from a scouting point of view, managed to spot 4, damage 7, destroy 3, and did almost 2,000 assistance damage through my spotting. I earned 64,000 credits after costs, and yeah, as I say, that's the first of 3 successive master tankers on El Hallouf using that particular spot in the ELC. So games 2 and 3 will be coming tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.